This is the Simpit. I'm Michi Hoyer from ACR Zakspeed, and these are the installation laps in the Formula Sim Racing round 4 at Montreal. So Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve in the Formula Sim Racing car. We're just ready to join the room. By saying room, this time I have to be honest, it is the offline room, because I'm taking out still the new build, doing some performance benchmarks on there on the private side of life, because with this build the X9 will definitely drop out, so I will need to get into the sweet spot with the new build. So here we are, having the standard setup. As you can see, we're probably with a classic Canadian Grand Prix setup. So we're checking a few things. Definitely want to have a very soft rear, and pretty much I think a stiff front. I'm just, playing around, trying some stuff. Definitely lower wings, just like that, maybe. Yeah, now we're alright going out. Tires available on that occasion will be soft, super soft and ultra soft. So standardized, we go out taking the prime, no, it's the alternate tire, and yeah, have a look at track conditions. So just like on Formula 1, there is standard installation lap going on as well here. So pit exit. And then we take the car around 1 or 2 times. I can see some glitchy environment on the trees, so that maybe needs to be reported to Formula Sim Racing administration. Talking about the last race, we were at Paul Ricard round 3. Yeah, definitely, whoops, was a very mixed race for me, spinning out in the end, securing 5th place still, but not really the result I was going for. I have to be honest with you that the 3rd place I got in qualifying was sort of a surprise for me, and yeah, I can see that there is some issue with the stream, and I never really had that. Maybe you want to refresh the page. I'm gonna do this right there as well. Seems like the stream has stopped at a very weird point. So before going on, I think stream is fine. So we keep going on. Final chicane. We are on into a lap first. Yeah, so the 3rd place in qualifying really came out of nowhere for me. Like, never had that good of a feeling in testing, so I was very surprised to be up there. But in race it turned out that the ACR Zakspeed cars had their pace. So Yanni and me were like running as a bunch of 2, all between the Musto drivers. Then lap 51 or something, sadly I had an incident with Peta, probably a racing incident, spinning each other around, and this literally then yeah, was the end of a kind of eventful race. A lot of undercutting was going on. Came 5th in the end. Considering the circumstances, it's pretty much alright, but it's definitely not our goal to come 5th. Let's have a quick look. DRS wide open. Alright, that works as well. So we come home to box because we want to do the first setup changes. First pit spot right here. So we saw that the gearbox is a bit too short. So definitely want to go 3 or 4 clicks longer. Wing wise, I want to go that direction, and yeah, then we go out and try to do the first proper laps. So yeah, for those of you, I will still upload a lap of this qualifying session for me, because it was just, I think, less than a tenth of Michele De Alessandro being the pole setter. So there is a little interesting lap that was put in there, and I'm ready to share that with you there. Just need to do the editing and stuff, and hopefully we'll get it out Thursday night. For my Patreon members, I hope to have it ready by tomorrow night already. It's gonna take a bit of work for me tonight though, but still, that's a job, you know. So people said that this is like last year's version of the Canadian Grand Prix, but for some reason I do not really remember it very well. Let's see what this car is able to do on the straight line with full power then. Mix 7. DRS. Gears are still too short. Probably the brakes. Maybe too hot even. Yeah, putting anti-lock brakes and traction control finally makes the car turn around the slow corners as well. I was really like, the car feels stable and stuff, but it's so understeer, it's ridiculous. Yeah, alright, that was the reason. Simply forgot to turn off ABS and traction control from yesterday's GT3. So now that there will be a performance improvement on the car. So let's see whether we can do the hairpin in an appropriate way. Ah, there you go. Didn't really want to slide, but the overall balance and the overall car behavior a lot better there. Looking at brakes temperature and approaching final chicane. 1200, that is perfect.
The lap was a 1:19.15.
Hey David O'Reilly. Well, if I can see some ground hook here, I'm gonna really start myself scratching at the head. Like if you can start simulating environmental turbos or environmental characteristics of the near location, which would be like a Sahara sandstorm in Bahrain or something, that would be really, really fun. That would get me really on sim racing if I was not on it into it already. So, if you want to have a drive here, want to join the Formula Sim Racing community, make sure to not do the very same I just did, but make sure to check out the forum and check out the website, so www.formula-simracing.net. Check out the latest info there, latest news about the past races. Check out the forum. Register yourself there, get yourself into the greeting zone, introduce yourself to the fellow people there, And then you actually can get access to the FTP server and get hands on this track and this car. And yeah, then feel free to join the Formula SimRacing servers on rFactor 2. Yeah, called www.formula-simracing.net, hashtag 1, 2, 3 or 4. This corner's giving me a hard time, holy moly. Yeah, and then feel free to join the free servers, take out the car, get a feel, get a taste for what Formula SimRacing drivers are dealing with. Just had a friend of mine from Germany taking out the car for the very first time like yesterday, and he was like, dude, that car is so fun to drive, that's really nice, how did you do that? And yeah, he's quite right. So I was happy. Look at the nice Delta Best at the top. Really love that, how they implemented that. That's a great addition to the sim. Really gets one plug-in off. So right now the balance of the car is too much at the rear. Spinning around on slow speed corners. Spinning around on the exit of like this turn 6 here. Not really spinning around, but there is no car stability really. Yes, Nicolas Mods, that is the new build. I run the exactly same settings like yesterday. Quickly want to get you up the performance numbers here. So having quite some detailed level on the track, on the car, on the textures and stuff. Maximum 130, minimum 102, the average 120. That's not too shabby really. But now we come into box. I think we sped. So getting the next things on the setup right here. We're increasing that rear wing again. Having a look. Softening the third spring in the rear end should go away. Should improve our issues. And obviously removing packers. That makes the rear end extremely stiff there. I think then we're ready to go again. Hey David O'Reilly, so yeah, I got this plug-in running, but or not running, but I got it installed on the PC, just haven't had it running yet. Hey Eduardo. Yes, there is a massive improvement in FPS. Like yesterday I did the GT3 race right here in the Simpit channel. If you want to check that out, feel free. It's like the penultimate video on the list. I just did it yesterday evening, and yeah, I used to like show off the DX11 in heavy rain with the 20 cars around NOLA, and back then I had on close to max settings. I had like 11 or 12 FPS, and yesterday I had more like around 25, having 25 cars on the grid. So you know, it's not pitch perfect, but running a GTX 970 on a dual screen system, there is major improvement, like at least 50 or 60% in terms of FPS. During the race, FPS were around 50 or 40, even up to 60, 70. I think that's about it, so it was not that bad really. So once again, want to see a performance test on the gearbox. Car is now doing 328. That's more to my liking really. And here we go, next lap. Yeah, a lot more understeer now. Michael Clark, I can hear you about the crew chief thing. Sometimes it's very broken. Not saying that it does not work at all, but do I even have a front wing on? Probably have to box again and reset some things on the car. Because right there, the turning ability of the car is completely gone. Thank you very much, Paul. I appreciate that. So, like getting a bit back towards the other side of the balance. So what we said, and that is a nice thing in these days in Formula Sim racing, as you just saw. Whatever changes I did on the car, they immediately like affected the balance. So that really shows how good of a car that is in terms of simulation, you know. Not saying that it is a perfect car, that's not what my intention to say, but it's definitely one of the most advanced ones when it comes down to setups and how the car reacts to setup changes. That is quite a big impact there. So right, gonna take you around the circuit for 2 or 3 laps, talking a bit on the driving lines, talking a bit on the crucial points of this circuit. Hoping not to crash by doing so though. So probably I just try focusing, setting a lap time once and talk you through there. What I definitely want to have a look at is brake temperature. So I'm warming them up pretty excessive right now, and I will be going down full power the back straight again and have a braking performance test at the end of the straight. The brakes really died out on the end of that braking zone already. Well, let's see how they react on the high-speed braking coming up here. Not too bad actually, but there is a second zone. 1,300, yeah, still alright. So we're getting in 1 or 2 laps, and yeah, as I said, it would be lovely to see some of you names on the hot lap list on the rFactor 2 server for Formula Sim Racing. It's definitely a very difficult but great car to drive. It's so much fun really, the sheer power, the sheer sensitiveness of the car, to the physics, to the tires, to literally everything. The force feedback is pretty much spot on from what I had heard. Well, I would love to be faster than Ayrton Senna, Ponoco, but I think we're gonna see on Sunday, the next weekend. Alright, let's go for a lap. DRS wide open. We stick it within engine program 1 though.
Was a 1:17.26.
A good 3/10 down. Slightly notching the wall there, coming up to turn 10. This track really asks for traction. DRS open on the back straight, 100-meter brakes, final chicane, and now we're going to take you around the lap of Gilles Villeneuve. So approaching this, it's a 162, and we go turn 1. Don't go too wide because you need to get a good run through turn 2. Stay on the inside for long, trying to carry the speed up to 3 and 4. Narrow chicane, compromise 3 for the exit of 4. Don't touch the wall on the outside. 5 and 6 should be flat out before approaching 7 and 8. Again, compromise 7 for a great run through 8. 8 is where you need to carry all the speed onto the exit. First little back straight, approaching turn 9 and 10. Once again, a chicane needs to be so precise there around the anti-cuts. Coming up turn 11, not turn 10, so turn 11, the hairpin. Really try to focus on a great exit. You need to get all the power down. Car wants to become wiggly. A little left king was counted as turn 12. That is turn 13, the DRS zone. For coming, final chicane, 13 and 14. Wall of Champions on the exit. Yeah, we touched it. Well, that is one lap around Gilles Villeneuve, so definitely it's going to be an interesting race. That, I mean, the track is not that wide and that big, and it feels like being difficult right now, being all alone here. Don't touch that wall, great stuff. Good sector 1 till here. Brakes for 7 and 8. Even greater run through there. Bit of a wiggle into 8. Keeping away from the wall, but losing time a bit. 9 and 10. Early on the first apex. Yeah, kinda kept it. So we can improve this lap. Focus on the exit here. Bad exit. Very bad hairpin indeed. So onto the back straight we go with a marginal the front of a minus 0.02. Final chicane, keeping it out of Champions Wall, going across the line in a 1:16.181. I have no clue where we'll be qualifying wise. Probably we're looking into the 1:10s for qualifying. There's literally like no grip, so a lot of setup work needs to be done. And yeah, race is going to come up on Sunday the 6th of May with Pro starting 1200 GMT, the ACE Championship starting 1500 GMT, and the World Championship Series race starting 1800 GMT on the 6th of May. So that is a Sunday, 1 week before 24 hours of Nordschleife in the real race. However, there will be the 24 hours of real Nordschleife, of the Nordschleife on iRacing as well. So watch out and cheer and root for the ACR Zakspeed cars in there as well. There's more info to come about that the upcoming 2 weeks. So that is it for a minute from my end. I'm just going to get the car back into the pits, put on the limiter, and I'm trying to somehow park it into the right garage. No, we failed, so we just park it here. Anyway guys, thank you so much for being here. Hope you somewhat enjoyed the little installation laps we did. Just gonna give you a final look at the car on the track. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in right now. I will quickly answer them through before ending this this stream right here. You can see it's like really racing in Monaco here. So yeah, it's gonna be a very tight setup needed for this racetrack. So as far as I can see, no questions right there immediately, so that's gonna put it to an end. Stay tuned to this channel for the Simpit to come on 6 PM Pacific Standard Time, that is, so I think 7 hours from now. The 24-hour Nordschleife is going to be on iRacing David O'Reilly, so there will be GTE, no, GT3 and Mjordas. I think that will run down the order. So look out for that activity. There will be practicing sessions live on the Simpit about that. Other than that, guys, hope you have a great start into the week still. It's Tuesday, so we're already soon before approaching the upcoming weekend, so that means great stuff is ahead. Other than that, guys, enjoy yourself on this Tuesday. This is the Simpit. I'm Michi Hoyer, and I see you guys out on track.